In the quiet suburbs of a small town in the heart of Nevada, there lived a man named Daniel. He led a simple life, working the night shift at the local 7-Eleven store. Each night he would return home, exhausted from the long hours, and fall into his cozy bed. But one fateful morning, after a particularly grueling shift, he experienced something that would shatter his understanding of reality. As the first light of dawn began to filter through the curtains, Daniel returned home. He locked the door behind him and trudged to his bedroom, eager to find solace in sleep. The digital clock on his nightstand read 5 a.m. He collapsed into his bed, pulling the covers over his tired body. Minutes passed, and Daniel's eyelids grew heavy. He drifted off into a deep slumber, unaware that the world around him was about to change in the most unsettling way. Sometime later, he awoke to an eerie sound, a low guttural hum that reverberated through his room. Groggily, he sat up and rubbed his eyes, trying to discern the source of the noise. His bedroom was bathed in an eerie blue light, casting haunting shadows on the walls. Suddenly, the walls of his house began to quiver and shake. Books fell from shelves, and the room seemed to tilt as though it had been uprooted from its foundation. Panicked, Daniel jumped out of bed and stumbled toward the window, hoping to understand what was happening. But when he looked outside, his heart sank. His house was soaring through the night sky, high above the familiar suburban landscape. He watched in disbelief as the city lights grew smaller and the houses and streets became mere specks beneath him. Fear clutched his chest as he realized that he was no longer in the safety of his home. He had been transported to a deserted, desolate place, far removed from civilization. The only light came from a pale, eerie moon, casting an otherworldly glow over a barren landscape. As Daniel frantically searched for answers, he heard a whispering voice, a chilling, ethereal sound that seemed to come from nowhere and everywhere at once. "Welcome to our world," it hissed, sending shivers down his spine. Daniel's heart pounded as he peered out of the window, searching for the source of the voice. But the alien landscape offered no clues. The ground below was a desolate expanse of twisted, gnarled trees and strange, luminescent flora. He was utterly alone, surrounded by a surreal and haunting emptiness. With trembling hands, Daniel tried to call for help, but his phone displayed no signal. He was trapped, isolated in a place he couldn't comprehend, at the mercy of forces beyond his understanding. As the night wore on, Daniel huddled in the middle of his levitating house, listening to the unsettling whispers that echoed through the emptiness. He realized that he had entered a realm where the laws of reality had been distorted, and he was at the mercy of an unknown, terrifying presence. The night seemed to stretch into eternity, and as the first rays of dawn broke over the alien horizon, Daniel knew that he was stranded in a nightmarish world that defied explanation. There was no escape, no return to the comfort of his suburban life. He was left to wonder if he would ever find his way back, or if he would forever be trapped in this desolate, mysterious realm, haunted by the paranormal and alien forces that had brought him here.